Geeked Out Fangirl, and today I'm going to bring you a book haul video. These are some books that I have gotten over the past month, and of course, they all are urban fantasy slash paranormal type books. I've kind of really gotten into that lately, that and crime. I was really into romance slash smut a couple months ago, and that was all I read, and I kind of burnt myself out on it. Kind of got tired of the whole handsome billionaire womanizing man theme thing, so I got burnt out on that, and I have moved on to mystery, crime, paranormal, urban fantasy type stuff. So these are some of the urban fantasy books that I have gotten over the last couple of months. First book, I got this book last week. I'm about 2 chapters into it, and I like it pretty good so far. I have not read anything by this author. This is The Darkest Night by Gina Showalter. This is the first book in the Lords of the Underworld series. And basically what these books are about is it's about a group of like 5 or 6 guys. I think they were like from Rome or Greece or, some ancient time back then. They were all warriors. They were supposed to guard Pandora's box, but the gods ended up, of course, letting Pandora guard the box, and these guys got mad. They opened the box, unleashed all of the demons and the bad things from the box, and the gods punished them by making them immortal and making each one of them carry around like the spirit of one of those big bad things that came out of the box. This first book is about Maddox. Maddox was cursed to carry the spirit of violence, and he also has a second curse, which every night at midnight he dies. His soul gets dragged to hell until the next morning, and then he comes back to life. So he is always having to fight his urges of wanting to go around and kill and maim everybody and just, be violent. He ends up meeting a girl named Ashlyn Darrow. I'm not really sure how you pronounce her name, but she has some sort of gift, ability, whatever you want to call it. She hears voices all the time. She hears, voices from like any time period, no matter where she's at, and it's basically driving her crazy. So she goes to Budapest, which is where all these guys live, in search of them to try to help her learn how to either get rid of her gift or control it. And, her and Maddox end up meeting, and I guess they're attracted to each other. Where I'm at in the book right now, they just met, and he's basically trying to kill her, or wanting to kill her, so it seems pretty good so far. I really like the characters. Maddox is, the bad boy, so, it's kind of interesting. I'm really excited to see how that, carries out and read the rest of the books. Next book I have here is, I've not read anything by this author either. This is Faith Hunter Skinwalker. This is the first book in the Jane Yellowrock series. Jane Yellowrock is, she's a skinwalker of Cherokee descent. She can turn into any creature that she desires. She hunts the undead for a living. Like I said, I've not touched this book. I've not read anything by this author before. So, kind of excited to see how this plays out, because I've not really read any books where the main character is, like a shapeshifter. I have read like a couple of chapters of Moon Called by Patricia Briggs, and for some reason I never finished reading that book. I liked it, but I don't know why I quit reading it. But that's the only other book really that I've read where the main female character is like a shifter. So, but in this book, she's been hired by one of the oldest vampires in New Orleans to hunt down a rogue vampire that's going out killing other vampires. So, seems pretty interesting from, the back of the book, and from some of the reviews that I've read, it seems like it's a pretty good series. Actually, all of these books that I'm going to show, I've not read anything by any of these authors, so these are all completely new to me. Next book here is Phantom Evil by Heather Graham. I just picked this up last week when I picked up The Darkest Night. This is, from what I'm reading on the back of it, basically like a paranormal detective mystery kind of book. It's about a police officer utilizing her paranormal intuition. Angela Hawkins already has her hands full of mystery and bloodshed, and then there's a paranormal investigation team, and I guess it's got some murder in it. I really enjoy mystery and crime type books and TV shows, and I enjoy paranormal type TV shows and books. So to put paranormal and mysteries together, it's really intriguing to me, and I'm really excited to read that and see exactly what happens in that series, because there are several books in that series. These last two books that I have here actually just came in the mail right before I started making this video. The UPS guy made my day. I ordered these off of Barnes & Noble, or not Barnes & Noble, sorry, Books A Million, like 2 or 3 days ago. I had came across these books when I was looking for some newer, paranormal, urban fantasy type books. I came across these on a blog about, with very kick butt female lead characters, and these were on a blog. They were highly recommended, and they had good reviews and stuff on Goodreads and Amazon, because I go to Goodreads for everything. So this first book here, this is called Sealed with a Curse by C.C. Robson. It's the first book in Weird Girls series, is what it's called. These books are basically about a group of sisters. I think there's 4 of them. They're products of a curse that backfired and gave each of them unique powers that make them a little weird. This first book is about Celia. Says they're content to avoid the local vampires, werebeasts, and witches. So there's a lot of different paranormal activity and monster creatures going on in this book. One of them blows up a vampire in self-defense. Everyone knows that vampires aren't aggressive, and killing one is punishable by death. But soon more bloodlust-fueled attacks occur, and the community wonders if the vampires of Tahoe are plague-ridden. So basically, Celia agrees to help Misha, which is the handsome leader of an infected vampire family, and, lots of drama, lots of action, romance going on here. So when I found out about these books, they seemed very intriguing. So, of course, I had to find it, and I couldn't find it anywhere. Normally, if I've never heard of something and I want to read it, I get on paperbackswap.com and order it, because you can get it for, if you've never done that before, you can get on there and you pay like a 49 cent swap fee, and you can get books, and they're basically used books that other people send you, but I do that for a lot of different books if I've never read anything, and I don't want to go out and waste my money if I'm not sure whether I'm going to like it or not. But I could not find that book on there. Nobody had it posted, and nobody had the next one posted either that I'm going to show you. So I just ordered them brand new from Books A Million. So the last book is Unholy Ghosts by Stacia Kane. I'm not really sure how you say her first name, but this is basically like a kind of like a, I don't know if you'd want to say like a dystopian, post-apocalyptic type paranormal book. The dead have risen and the living are under attack. A powerful church of real truth is in charge since the government fell. Enter Chess Putnam, a fully tattooed witch and freewheeling ghost hunter. So from what I've read is she's basically kind of like a drug addict, I think, and she owes money to this guy, and in order, I guess she doesn't have the money to pay him back or whatever, so he wants her to do a job that involves black magic, human sacrifice, a nefarious demonic creature, and enough wicked energy to wipe out a city of souls. Then there's a rival gang leader that she, I guess, is attracted to, or he's attracted to her, and so basically it's ghosts and witches and, all kinds of different stuff going on in that book. And I jumped on those two. I don't know when I'll get around to reading any of these, because I have had a really bad habit lately of starting books and not finishing them. I can't really find anything that holds my attention that I sit down and read for more than 10 minutes. So I've started several different books, and I've not finished any of them. I've not even got halfway through any of them. I've got so many books that I need to finish, catch up on before I even buy any more books. But I've got a horribly bad habit. I cannot go in the bookstore without buying something. I just love books so much, and I'm always finding something new that I want to read and try. So, that's the burden that we bookworms carry, I guess. Even though we know that we'll never read all the books that we have, we can't stop buying more. But anyway, I am hopefully going to finish The Darkest Night by Gina Showalter, and I can get a review up about that because I'm really enjoying the whole premise of that book and where that's going. I really love urban fantasy and paranormal books. I just think that it's, such a change from all of the stuff that's out there right now, because I got turned off from vampire type books after the whole explosion of, the Twilight books and the movies, because that just did not do anything for me. My mother is in love with that whole universe, but I don't really like it. But I kind of got away from vampire and werewolf type books after all of that. And then I found the Night Huntress series by Janine Frost, and I absolutely loved those books. Highly recommend those books if you've not read them. They're great. They have vampires, they have shapeshifters, they have ghouls, they have witches, they have magic, all different sorts of things. Great characters. They're hilarious. They're romantic. I'm in love with the main male vampire, Bones. That's his name. He's just, he kind of in a way reminds me of Angel from Buffy, and Angel will always be my ultimate vampire love. But anyway, if you've not read those books, I highly recommend them. They're great, and that's what got me back into, the urban fantasy, paranormal, vampire, all that different stuff. But eventually I will hopefully get around to reading at least these books that I showed you. But that is all I have today, and I'm going to go maybe continue reading The Darkest Night. And I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys next time.